Shalom. Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. I know. Ghetto protein box. Again. Ooh. Early morning. Again. Happy Day of Atonement. Yom Kippur. Now that's a Jewish holiday. Really? How many of the tribes were at Mount Sinai when God spoke to them? Was it just Judah and Benjamin? Yeah, okay. Day of Atonement. Day of affliction. To afflict ourselves, to fast, to pray, to seek forgiveness. Yeah. I'll be honest, this one snuck up on me. I have area familiarity with the festivals, but I'm not perfect. And, you know, I knew trumpets was coming up, and I knew that Atonement and Sukkot were kind of in the same area of reference, and we kind of did a Sukkot, like not on the Sukkot, but we did a Sukkot with my family because I drive a truck, and I don't have as many days off as I'd like, and so I did what I can during the festival, basically hung with my family and did that. Proper biblical days, is the moon aligned, are the stars right? You know, I don't know, I'm still learning. I'll be the first here to admit that I stumble and I fall, and I don't always do what is right, but the important thing is I'm trying. So y'all forgive me that I have to work today and drive this truck on Atonement, but I will strive to do better. Alright, so we're not going to do 31 because today is the 1st. We'll do 31 next month when there's actually a 31. Mishael. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, sovereign of Israel. For knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, right rulings, and straightness, for giving insight into the simple knowledge and for giving insight to the simple knowledge and can't read. Discernation to the young. Discernment. So discernation to the young. It's discernment with discernment. Discernation to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. My son, heed the discipline of your father, and do not forsake the Torah of your mother, for they are a fair wreath on your head and chains above your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood, let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and entirely like those going down to the pit. Let us find all precious goods. Let us fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hurry to shed blood. For in vain the net is spread in the sight of any that possesses a wing. But they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the broad places. At the head of the noisy streets she cries out. At the opening of the gates in the city she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, would you love simplicity, and shall scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? Turn at my reproof. See, I pour out my spirit on you. I make my words known to you, because I called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no one inclined. And you spurned all my counsel, and would not yield to my reproof. Let me also laugh at your calamity, mock when your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Let them then call on me, but I answer not. Let them seek me, but not find me, because they hated knowledge, and they did not choose to fear Yahweh. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore let them eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own counsel. For the turning away of the simple kills them, and complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me dwells safely, and is at ease from the dread of evil. I want to go back to this one real quick. Because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. So, fear. What is fear in biblical terminology? Fear means to deeply respect. You know, when I was young, I always was like, oh, fear God. And like, why should we be scared of Father? You know, like, why do we have to be terrified of Father? Like, is he going to come down and like beat us or something? You know, like, that was like, all the Christians like, fear God, fear God. We have to respect him. There should be a healthy respect. And in respect, there is fear, because he will F you up. Yah will F you up. What is it? Malachi. Freaking Yah says that, you know, because you're doing these things that are bad and disrespecting me, I'm gonna shove dung in your teeth. Basically, he says, I'm gonna shove shit in your teeth. Like, oh no. Like, that's not good, right? Yah says, I'm gonna, let's see if, oh no, I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna be like, oh my God, where is it? Malachi, what? Like, I just remember that was a teaching that Bear was talking about. So, yeah, God will bring down the holy hellfire on you if you don't fear him, if you don't respect him. And so that's what that is. We shouldn't be like, I think we get the connotation of fear wrong in our modern Christian understanding in society. You know, the one thing that came to my head when I was reading, you know, where it says, where is it? Let us ambush the innocent without cause. You know, one of those really popular things. I mean, I don't know if it's really, I don't think it's popular so much anymore, but the knockout game, that was a big thing. A bunch of youths running around, basically just trying to lay people out cold, and some people died. Some people were killed because of that. You know, and this is kind of like, we have a bunch of people running out in our society today that they're doing these wicked things. You know, they're ambushing the innocent. They're out for blood. They want to steal and fill their houses with loot. You know, and we're so, hey, do not walk with those people. Don't be greedy. You know, because the blood that they seek will come on themselves. You know, they will ambush their own lives. Such are the way of everyone greedy for gain. I see a lot of that these days. You know, we must heed wisdom. You know, that's why we read the Proverbs, because we seek wisdom. You know, we look through it and we go, okay, that's wise. We should be doing these things. Let me see. I think that's going to be it for today. Yeah, so I'm going to fast today till sundown. I started last night. I didn't, you know, maybe little sips of water here and there, but I'm not going to drink any caffeine, even though I really want some right now. And I put my snacks away. Got my snack box, put it back here in my bed so I can't reach it, so I don't, you know, like, mindlessly grab it. Be intentional to fast today, and there's going to be a lot of praying. I already prayed some this morning. But yeah, while I'm cruising down the road today, my mind is going to be somewhat on that. Times are coming, people. Times are coming. The world is getting a little more kooky, and I personally think Yeshua is getting ready to mount the horse and ride on out of the heaven. I don't know, obviously not tonight. There's a lot of things that haven't happened yet, according to Revelation, that have to happen before that happens. But I would say start looking inwards. You know, all the preparedness in the world, all the food storage, all the pew, all the doesn't matter one lick if you're not right with the Most High. If you don't have a spiritual connection with the Most High, and I am working on that. You know, in our journey to buy land and to be more set apart, to be more kadosh, separate and holy. In the attempt to be more like that, I am also reminded that I need to break habits. Freaking, I woke up this morning, started scrolling through my phone. That's a habit. I need to break that. The first thing I should do is start with prayer, which I didn't do, and I'm trying to be better about that. But we need to break habits and form better, newer, everlasting habits, ones that lead us to life. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Shalom.